Alright, let's do this. I lied. We're just gonna keep going until the next save point. And then I'll go back to Granny. I'll probably after this recording I'll go back and do Witch Granny. Fast travel. Why would I want to fast travel here? Is there a secret somewhere? I wonder if the rest of his mask is gonna break off. Yes.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
There's a bird here.
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan Astral Arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
That's gonna take quite a few friggin' feathers.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
It doesn't seem that unreasonable. A destroyed town. The Porky. Hello, shopkeep. Red Rose Corsage. Woohoo! How's that different than what she had? Yeah, how is that different? Red Tropical? Come on, that's nearly the same flower. I will change it.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Forest. No, let's go in here, this battle arena looking thing. Fine.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
The cops, run!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem.
No Renan.
The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah,
Wait, what's over here then?
this place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Oh, can't go that way.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit.
Yeah, armor.
You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own
Did-
people?
I did, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friend?
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's because you and that little lady are friends and more.
KO.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator
Yeah,
Deadeye!
two of us.
You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Yeah, rebels. Woo, rebels.
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Goodwill hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadheim signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadheim, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell!
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
Not done yet.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed. Music enriches the world around us. I train day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves, and outright forbade the ownership of instruments, is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Loquaciousness means to talk a lot. Just in a really, long form way. A ninja.
What's
He
wrong?
hates bees.
All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Good.
Never mind. Already done. Oh yeah. 3 life bottles. That's 3K right there.
On top of what he gave me. And we'll go get the...
You need the end? Kind of. L is for loquaciousness.
Oh, we are supposed to nap.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
I miss Balsac. Lord Balsac.
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
What was the point of that cinematic? He just did more of his nonsense.
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Question mark forest. Come on.
I see someone who
Another
looks
guy.
troubled
It's him
about
again.
something.
A little compassion.
The jester, the bard, that's it.
Well, I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
Wonder text.
Oh.
North of an abandoned village. We might do that in a separate video.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just...
It'll be like not part of the part series, I think. There we go. Just beyond the hovels, in a lounge shrouded by sand and stone. Have I been to a desert one? First is fire, then ice, then it was like forest. Okay.
We're the road of a wasteland to the north of an abandoned village.
This one seems abandoned.
To the west.
An ancient tower.
Right. Think about that one.
Alright, so I'm guessing the forest is here, so that's where we'll go. This way. This looks like an abandoned town.
Ah! Got sand in my eyes!
Oh, my eye!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, But even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renin homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point, they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Another side quest. Another dead guy.
Oh?
Yes!
Is that so?
I fed him in the other
Hey.
time. Now he's gonna want more.
Sure.
Okay, apparently we're done already. That's good. Knock that out.
Well?
Yeah!
What?
What?
Vitamin smoothie.
I don't believe.
All right.
No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yeah!
What?
Exquisite.
What?
Okay. Vitamin smoothie. Glutton's maze.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Oh, we're not done.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Don't
Thanks,
smell my
Kisara.
undies.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a
Hey,
little.
Stinky.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Okay. This is like an abandoned town, so that Wonder Text 2, I'm guessing, is up here.
Oh, we'll do that.
Another video, like I said. We're getting close to wrapping up here. Wither
This one's
Wolf.
tough, but we have no
Have it
choice.
fast.
Let me know if you need healing.
These ones can run rings around us.
Nice whip.
In a bind.
Crescent move! Lemonade with the Stalagmite, time to shine!
Easy and snelling to me.
Yeah! And leveling to me! I'm ready! Take! Blow them away!
Damn it!
Damn it!
This one's mine!
Severing Wing!
Negative gate!
Mirage! Severing Wing! Eat dirt!
I whipped horribly.
Take this!
So fast.
Arc sealed! Where are you going?
Here I come!
Thunder touch!
Soaring Light Spear! Now! Here I come!
Elusive deity!
The heavens must be smiling.
It does, that's for sure. Birdie? Hang on, Birdie. Birdie is over here. Did I jump on this rock? No. I bet it's in this house.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Ah, on the house.
Yeah, it's all
Look
ruined.
at those
Houses.
Lady
and
Gaga
everything
glasses.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Maybe something's going on in the
I'm
forest.
supposed to go get some more stuff out of the forest, but another one? This looks like another right way.
I think Hoodle senses
I'm
something.
not gonna go there yet. This is probably also the right way. So is there. Oh man. There's too many right ways, damn it. Sorry about that. The sneezling. Woohoo! Just gonna go open up some fast travel points. We fought those before, we're not gonna bother fighting them again. We'll save you the grinding. Okay, so we'll check down here.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Yes. Manage the old ranch. All of them are done already? Let's do horse, normal, cow, cow. I feel like I'm missing something with that. Sell those, good. See if I can craft any more stuff. Oh, almost there for that one. Probably gonna need to buy a new ground fang. I got tons. Alright. Okay.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
So that's probably the right way. Seeing as it's how it's right before like a healing point. I don't think I need to heal, no. So we'll check out the other place. This looks pretty castle-y. Adan ruined. Another large place that connects to something.
Do you sense one of your
And
friends,
another
Hoodle?
bird. Give me doggies. There's a good plant here. I need it.
What's this thing?
Gotta find the owl.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue.
They really put a lot of
Similar
emphasis
to that
on
windmill,
Crown
for
Contest.
instance.
There's something going on with Alpine. They're really keeping him a secret for a long time. The bird's here. Don't touch me. The bird's here. Don't touch me. Yeah, you're not allowed in.
Now, where would you be? In the window?
To the wall? Ah, right here. Mining rocks.
Lots of stuff there.
Oh, there he is. I see him. How do I get over there?
How do I get over there? So it's on that side.
Excuse me, kind of blue. Up. I see it. I see it. Let me talk to it. Get away! Jesus, there's a ton of them.
An opponent like this should be easy. Take this!
Don't mind if I do. Radiant
I shall try harder. Severing Wind! Searing Gale! Elusive
Piercing Roll!
Try this!
Make it rain!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that thing.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Soaring Light Spear! You're on!
Here, take this! I'm ready!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! No, this one's all
Here's a
mine!
healing art!
You're finished!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Prepare to be sealed. Now you gotta pick me off!
Let's talk in more doers. Art Steel! Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Take this! Power surges through me.
Primed and ready.
Do it!
Dragon Storm!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Good to know my training is paying off.
There we go. Angeloine. Oh, yippee. 21.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Man, I don't see anything down there, but we gotta go. Worth it. A new lure. Fishing. Gonna go back around. Into the well! Legend of Zelda.
Guess I misread the landing.
The Lens of Truth? Oh, ice cream. Almost the same. It's a long way to go. Another well. Down we go. Show me potato salad. Damn, these mineral patches are getting pretty wild.
Lots of stuff.
Nice peach shell. Lots of value these days. Nothing in here? Ah, Red Bear alive! Went in there. There's some fishing there. Definitely. Oop, we haven't fought these before. Crystal Madillo.
Dispose of the trash.
Armor won't save you! As it cools up, time to get out of the way!
I never miss!
Come one, come all!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on the good
Healing
side.
circle!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Freeze laser!
Burn! Take this!
Here, let me help. First
I
aid!
owe you one. You're mine!
Shield and bang!
Ground and curl!
Dragon Swarm!
Searing flame!
Shall
Do it! Reload!
Double me! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Final time it walks.
Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help. Too shy to come over. Here, let me help. Negative gain. Resonate with the earth.
Explosive ring!
Discharge.
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
Igneous discharge.
Megasonic Dragon Swarm! Go! In an instant! Impact Block!
I should be of some use to us now.
You weren't exactly dead weight before.
Except in regard to doing basic chores.
Ha. Or a bit. Or is this the right way? That is the question.
You guys want to rest here?
Yeah, it's also a good place to end up. Let's do the rest, see if there's anyone to talk to here.
Can finally take a
Oh, there's
breather.
more. The other people. Let me even talk to Rinwell.
Rinwell,
Okay.
mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah, more than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh, I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Stepbrother.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role. And Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog.
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do. If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. We should really get some rest.
Alright, this is a good place to end up.
I want to go back to
Okay,
bed.
go back to bed then. Alright, see you in the next one.